Hello there guys, my name is Aaron Chana and welcome to another video. Now this is a transfer update from Manchester United and this is talking about Thomas Lemar. Now before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now guys, let's get into this video. So this is all about possible talks between Manchester United and the Atletico Madrid attacking midfielder slash winger Thomas Lemar. Now the reports that we got from the news articles officially states the following. Manchester United are drawing up plans to sign Atletico Madrid's France midfielder Thomas Lemar in the summer. He's played 24 times this season, starting 11 matches, and back in 2016-2017 season was linked with Liverpool and Arsenal. According to ESPN, the French midfielder's representatives met with United earlier this week. So that's all the information we got from this. Not a lot of information compared to other videos so far, but this one's mainly about discussing the probabilities and also why I think the move could happen, how it would fit into the Manchester United setup that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play. So we'll be talking about all of that. So first thing to note, if he was to move to Manchester United, why I think it would help the move is of course the French connection. You've already got two world-class French players, that one we haven't really seen much of, the other who's shining in the attack, and that is of course Paul Pogba and Anthony Martial. Now both Pogba and Martial are fantastic players, don't get me wrong. We haven't seen much of Pogba, like I've said. Martial's been shining in the attack while Rashford's been injured, so I think Lemar will be a good setup. Now, talking about how it would fit into the formation. Now, you've got to think, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer mainly, or most of the time, nearly all the time, plays with a 4-2-3-1. So you've got your same sort of goalkeeper, backline, midfielders. So you've got your David De Gea as your main goalkeeper, Shaw and Williams in the left, Wan-Bissaka or Dalot in the right, Lindelof and Maguire in the centre with the odd appearance from the likes of Bailly, Jones, maybe Tuanzebe, Smalling if he comes back, or if he's going to go permanently to Roma, we don't know. Matic, McTominay and Fred sort of sharing that two midfield position. Then you've got the three attackers behind the striker. Usually James on the right, Rashford on the left, Bruno Fernandes in the centre, and then Martial up front with, of course, the drop chains of the likes of Chong, maybe Angel Gomez, Mason Greenwood, some of the youngsters coming into effect in those positions. So I think with Lemar, to give Daniel James a bit of a break, you could play Lemar on the right. When Rashford comes back from injury, you could play him on the right, Lemar on the left. Maybe Daniel James comes in on the right and Lemar on the left while Rashford's injured. And then maybe Greenwood comes in on the right on substitution sometimes, or starts on the right wing, and then you play Lemar on the left. Sometimes you might play Martial on the left or the right, and Lemar the other side, and have Greenwood up front. There's a load of drop change variations. I think of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the Tinkerman, in my opinion. The old Tinkerman, Claudio Ranieri, when he was in charge of Chelsea. You know, when he led them into the top four and then was replaced by Jose Mourinho to take it that one step further the following season. The special one, as it was called, of course. Now he's at Tottenham and, of course, still planning. He's still planning for a replacement for Christian Eriksen, which I'll talk about in a future video. And it's a QPR player. Stay tuned. But yes, with the Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, he had a good team, but he didn't really know his best 11 because he kept dropping and changing players in and out, and he didn't really know his best 11. That's what I'm thinking with Solskjaer at the minute. Some players have absolutely kept the sparks. Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka most of the time, David De Gea when it's not cup games and things like that, and sort of lower league games when David De Gea needs a rest or anything like that. It's mainly most of the time David De Gea in goal. Martial mainly in attack recently, but in terms of the other positions, it can be quite drop and change. I'm worried Lemar might not get the game time if it is that drop and change tactic, game after game, week after week, month after month, year after year. But I think with Lemar, I think he's a strong first teamer in the squad. I think he's a strong first team winger, a strong first team attacking midfielder. And I think if Bruno Fernandes has a rest sometimes, I think Lemar could play in that kind of position. But again, it's all about that versatility as a player. Can Ole Gunnar Solskjaer improve his versatility? And that's been one of the main things that I wanted to speak about with Manchester United. I think that's one of the big things that there was a big problem with Manchester United. It's not just that the manager's tactics were sometimes, going a negative way. But no one really improved at Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes has actually come in January and he's stuck a rocket up the backside, and they've absolutely, you know, gone on a storm, an absolute storm. So I feel like with Manchester United on the rise, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer building up his project, I think that with Solskjaer pretty much going to be here until next season. If he don't get Champions League football, it'll be interesting. But if he does end up getting top 4, top 5, of course with Man City banned for 2 years from Champions League and Europa League, you know, I think if Manchester United were to get Champions League football, if the season was to resume around June time, I think that Thomas Lemar will be a good signing next year if they get into the Champions League to try and put himself back on the radar. Because at Monaco, he was one of the top prospects. I was playing FIFA 15 recently, and he's 18 years old from SM Shan, signed him for Rotherham. How time flies, you know, back at Shan as a teenager and then moved into Monaco team and built it up there. Then moved to Atletico Madrid. Flopped, in my opinion. I think a lot of people think Thomas Lemar flopped at Atletico Madrid. Some people liked him at Atletico Madrid sometimes, but in my opinion, I think he was better at Monaco. So I don't think Atletico Madrid was the right move. I think he filled in the role that Yannick Carrasco left, in my opinion. But I don't think he filled the role to perfection. I think with Atletico Madrid at the minute, I think they are building up the squad. I think Lemar should be on the rise. But I think that a move to Manchester United would be great, especially with the talk from ESPN that French representatives met with Manchester United last week. So I feel like with the French representatives reportedly meeting Manchester United, I think there's real potential for this move to happen, and I think it'd be a good move because we haven't needed a first-team winger. Daniel James, what a season he's had. He's had his off moments in the second half of the season especially, but at the start of the season, he was firing goal. He was firing in assists, he was firing in good playmaking. It was El Rapido, as we nickname him in the Manchester United fan base. But I think you need that first team winger just to give James a break. So there we go. So that is this update from Thomas Lemar and Manchester United. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. My name is Aaron Chalner. Goodbye.